just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. Welcome. As you can see, this is a premiere. I decided to, be proactive, like I always say that I'm going to be, and uh, make sure I give you guys an on-time episode. But as you can see, this is a premiere. And the reason why this is a premiere, I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys. Watch. I'm going to show you guys something. Or ladies and gentlemen, sorry, manas. Tomorrow is going to be a very busy day. And you know what? I realized that there are a lot of events that go on at one time, right? But the only event you should be concerned about, and you should got your ticket, but it's sold out. So sorry, not sorry. But because I know how to do this now, woohoo! Um, ACBN is having their 5th symposium this Saturday or today, as it's going to be premiered. So basically, it's going to be ending, and I know I could be doing something, but you know what? The last time I did that, it was lovely because Andre was there. Big up Andre from Flip Academy, the Flip Boss. We had a episode after the symposium. So this one's really important. Do you see who's going to be in the building? My gosh. So I'm really excited. Oh yes, good. I can zoom in. You see? Um I will so big up Chris Beth because I represent, she's been on this lovely platform before. Big up Shirley. I was on a podcast with her in, was it January or December? Jeez. January. It was just the other day. I am an entrepreneur podcast, so big up her. And these two gentlemen here. So I'm not familiar with Peter Trevor Wilson. I'm sorry, but I'll be able to understand um his mindset and perspective on things. But I'm actually really excited to see George Fraser. So I'm gonna try to have backstage or behind the scene footage and try to get a photo with him because he's been on Dr. Vibe and Ryan's Morning Vibe. Uh, I know I'm not saying it right, but you know what I mean. The Morning Vibe with Dr. Vibe and Ryan. So he's been on there, and oh my gosh, every time I hear him speak, it's amazing. So I'll be there tomorrow. And especially, I hope I could show it without. Oh, it's not gonna show like so. It's not gonna show like so. All right, hold on. And the reason why it's a big deal is because I'm gonna have my own table. I should have showed the photo before I said that, right? But what? Watch the table. Who's that person? Golly. See? So I'm actually really excited. I'm not telling y'all what I'm going to be talking about. You have to be there. Unfortunately, sold out, but I mean, next time, it's going to be around this time. Usually it's during like I guess the end of February or beginning of March, just like to wrap up Black History Month. And oh my gosh, it's the first of the month. Get it. It's the first of the month. So I want to big up the women out there. It is Women's History Month. Not saying that I don't big up the guys too, because y'all are special as well. But I guess it's my mom's birthday month, so I am going to try to celebrate her as much as possible. But yeah, I wanted to just share this that I'll be doing that, and I will be doing 3 other workshops this month. So I'm so excited. If you know how excited I am to be back in the groove and stuff, and it's tax season. I haven't seen any bags yet of receipts. But the questionnaire will be coming out just now. So, don't you worry. You'll be getting it. Um but I actually wanted to talk about something that I haven't talked about in a while. And you know what? You know what really irks me? Y'all, it is story time. Story time with Cam. Story time with Cam. This is a stock story time because I wanted to have I wanted to talk about this stock because I kid you not. In 2021, when this lovely stock decided to do a stock split, I was like, you know what? I think this is wise. I think this is a smart decision. Like, why wouldn't it be a smart decision? Right? Nothing is more upsetting when you know better, but you don't execute. I was gonna curse, but I won't curse. And you don't execute. So I wanna one of the lessons is when you know better, do better and execute. So but to be fair, NVIDIA, I'm saying it like that. If I'm saying it wrong, forgive me. NVIDIA. So I saw this stock split in I want to say June 2021, and it was going to be less than $200. Okay, less than $200. There's a reason why I'm acting so. Because if you've been following, especially after their earnings, oh, it has just been doing amazing. Just today alone, I wanted to do this podcast while the market was open. So I'm going to show you guys something. Come closer. Come closer. This is actually really upsetting, especially and this is going to be a lesson to folks that, are into stocks like I am. So, boom. Just today, this stock. Oh! Before me say anything. I am not telling you to get this stock. I am not telling you to get this stock. I am going to tell you, do your due diligence and have a look at this if you decide to get the stock. But don't try to come and say, oh, Cam told me to get this stock. No. No. Unless you were listening to Market Mondays and stuff, they will tell you at what price it's going to go up to. But I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you my story of when I wanted to get NVIDIA. Actually, I'm going to show you the actual price at the time. And it hurts. Fam, it hurts. Actually, I had the date when it did go when it did split. I think it was June. Let's say this. Okay, so boom. I'm gonna show you. Zoom in. Come closer. Come closer. You there? You there? So at this time, it was going for 400, but they were gonna do a 2-for-1 split, and I was like, okay, you know what? I should really get this. But I thought to myself, you know what? I have AMD, so I'm okay. Like if I have one of the top 2 chips, I'm okay. And I will explain how important NVIDIA is as well. But imagine this. come. Like this is one day. Do you see? It was at 190. And that was the time when I acknowledged it, right? But yes, during the times it goes up, go up, and it goes down. Um it goes up, or sorry, it goes down, up a little, down. So it goes a little. So what I like to do is, because I can read the chart, and I'm gonna go is I'm not gonna go high level on this, right? But there's times where I would be able to know when the how low it's gonna go back, right? Just based on history. So it even went as low as 112. So if you got it in October 14th, 2022, and I was not thinking about, I don't think at that time I was focusing as much into stocks. So I've sat down and just looked on the sideline, like whatever it was, dividends that was, within my price range, I was going for that. But see it there? See it there? Boom, 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 boom. Like I want y'all to see what's happening. Even if you got it, like, let's say beginning of last year, it's still good. Even if you look like, yo, I see it's doubling up, it's going 100%, because it was skyrocketing last year. And I was like, whoa, what's happening? But then boom, see it there? 405. And then all of a sudden last week, skyrocketed. So like within 5 days, 5 days, I didn't go back. In a month's time. In a month's time, it's gone up 30%. And if you guys, or ladies and gentlemen, remember what I say about rule of 72, your money doubles within two, uh, approximately less than 3 years. It will double up. I'm I'm upset at myself for, well, I mean, it's a catch 22. Or it's hindsight 2020. If only you knew that it would be this great. But at the same time, if I had AMD and I saw it doing lovely, I was like, yo, you know what? As long as I have the S&P where it's also in there, you know what? I'm not going to complain. So that was like my story. But like, I was having a discussion with a friend. They were just getting into stocks, but because my profession, I spoke about it a little, but I didn't want to say too much. And they were like, oh, my friend was asking about options. I was like, oh, options is a different beast. Like, you need to, there's layers to this. Like, don't jump to options. And I think their friend was just trying to test to see how well I knew stuff. And I was like, yo, I know options and futures and things. And they're like, oh, whoa, whoa, okay. But they were like, oh, did your friend get on the play with the option with NVIDIA? And I was like, no, I'm not even I'm looking, but I'm not actually doing anything. So I'm very sad. So anyone that got in, congratulations. Anyone that's doing options on this. I personally stopped doing option plays during earnings. Yo, the way they get burned, so nah, I'm not doing that. So that is part of the storytelling. I know you're gonna be like, okay, so what's the big deal? There's a lesson with this, is there are certain companies that are healthy stocks to get, and then there's the pump and dump type of stocks, or the penny stocks and all that stuff. And I haven't talked about this in a while, but I just really want to like mention, like, just because this is for educational purposes only, just do your due diligence on the type of stocks that you're going to get. And if you have no idea about anything, The simple one that you can get is the S&P 500. I've been saying that from God knows when. But if you want to schedule an appointment so we can have discussions on your risk tolerance, by all means, can contact me at info@fitnessiq. And then you can book an appointment, right? I'm all about educating folks about the stock market. I obviously wouldn't teach you about option trading or futures because that is another level, but I do want to have a discussion with someone about options. I had Jason Brown before, so but I definitely want to do something with all you folks. And I also wanted to show you guys like a brief way of how to buy a stock. So I'm not gonna use my own account, right? I have a big up the paper trading. And actually this is a thought process that I want to do a stock market challenge. And damn, I should have started it today since it's March 1st today, but tomorrow or yeah, you know what I mean. I should have started it yesterday. Um we will figure that out and everything. So I want to show you. So I have two platforms. I always big up Questrade and Interactive Brokers. Unfortunately, I can't get into my paper trading into Questrade because that was gonna be a easier one to see. Yeah, that was gonna be easier for y'all to see, but I'm using Interactive Brokers. This is for like the real deal folks. And there's ways that you can get in. You just I'm not saying it online. So yeah. Um Give me a second. I'm just putting the password in because you guys can't see my password. Can't see my password. Can't see my pass. Sorry, I almost did something and I got scared. So Interactive Brokers to me is the top dog. To me, Questrade is right behind. I would say have both, depending on what you want to do. I might have a little lag because this is the way my computer has been going. So, let me see. Ooh, I accept. Boom. Okay, so it's gonna show a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so wow, the fact that you guys can see this. So, remember this is a practice account. This is not my actual account. This is where my risque things happen. But this is ideally what happens when you look at certain stocks. So because we've been talking about NVDA, this is how you find the ticker symbol, right? And the way that this works is you could go like this, and then you'll see that it's 8. Guys, the fact that it's this much right now, it's actually cheesing me because, but it's okay. You can't win them all. That's another story. You can't win them all, but when you know better, do better and execute. So I want to show you guys, ladies and gentlemen, how to buy. So the great thing about Interactive Brokers to me is they can do fractional um, accounts, not accounts, sorry, fractional purchases. So you can either go based on the quantity or the amount that you want to pay, right? So let's say I wanted to put $100 platform like this one to get. See, I know it's gonna mess up. Don't mind this because the thing is not okay. Okay, so say it's 500. Boom. So you see how it's 800, but I can only afford 500. So I'm going to get it at that price, and I'm gonna submit. It better go through. It better go through. Let's see, did it go through? So now I'm waiting for it to go through. Hopefully. Oh, it went. Oh, I don't know if y'all could see. And this is what happened when I would do futures. I would be on this like all the time. So it's gonna be. So I'm gonna get that stock. I know this. I'm going really fast, but I'm just gonna show you another one. Oh no, I don't want that one. This is the S&P 500, but this is the cheaper version. Instead of paying like what 500 and something, you could pay 60 US. This one I'm gonna do in quantity. So let's say 50, and this is the price that I want. I'm just gonna go with the market so you can actually see me purchase something. Ah, sorry. Boom, boom, bam, bam. I think because this is a fractional one, it's gonna be harder for it to actually go through. But damn, see, I already lost $1. But I would always say, um, it's okay. Put out however much money you have, and every month or every quarter, add more money to it, because this has the dividends and you'll be able to accumulate money throughout the year. I want to show you guys. I hope it freaking goes. Actually, let me try to go based on the market. Update. Boom. Okay, so you see that? So the great thing about interactive brokers is that you can get fractional shares. I know Wealthsimple has it too. I am not team Wealthsimple. I'm not dogging them. It's just that for anyone that's a beginner, by all means, go with Wealthsimple. But if you want to have more options, get it? Like with option trading or futures trading, you could do option trading with Questrade. But when I got onto this platform, oh my gosh, the pricing alone was different. So this is just me showing y'all how to buy a stock. Hopefully this was beneficial for someone that hasn't done it. And I know you're gonna be like, but when? How do I know which one to buy, Kamille? How do I know? I always say, I had to make sure I said it right. Ah. Buy what you know. It doesn't make sense to get a company you have no idea about. And the next thing not to do is have a whole heap of stocks. I used to have a lot, and big up Kurt, my mentor. He taught me about less is more, and that's what I've been, cutting down. But I like to have, one is never enough. And I just like to have different industries. So like when one's doing okay and the next one's like eh, it's still balancing out unless like they're all terrible. That's when you have to know when to cut. And that's something I have had to do as of late, is knowing, well, which ones to get rid of. But buy what you know. What car do you drive, or what supermarket do you go to, what store do you purchase things from? There's a lot of things. Or like if someone has a car, what gas you buy. There's a lot of things that you can think about, or which companies you could think about when you want to buy something. Or what kind of phone you have. I know there's gonna be, oh, team iPhone, Apple, burp, 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 burp. Cool, but Samsung and Android is good too. But I'm not gonna hate, because Apple Apple stock is pretty decent. Or if you guys are shoe heads or sneaker heads, is that sneaker heads? Look at Nike or something like that. There's even another stock that did a split. I'm I'm convinced, maybe not all, but most stocks that have a stock split, not a reverse stock split. I've mentioned that before when I talked about Google and Amazon splitting. Most stocks that do stock splits increase. It's a no-brainer. But and due diligence. Actually, that's gonna be the, the next one to put. Do your due diligence, like for reals. Like, don't go in blindly. I've done that as well, and it hasn't worked out for the best. But the one that just did a stock split was Walmart. I'm debating. I'm debating whether I want it or not. But any stock split, fuck, hold on. Just me seeing the video, like, again, like, I just I want y'all to be mindful about this. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, like, year to date, if you bought it at the beginning of the year, your money would have doubled already practically. From year to date, and it's only March 1st. It's only been 61 blood clot days. And look at that. But due diligence, you got to do your work, right? A year ago, 261%. Like, however, I wouldn't say jump into this now, wait for a pullback, because as you can see, even when it goes up one time, it does go down a little bit, up, down. It's like, it's like a roller coaster. So I am not saying get this right now, okay? I am not saying that, but just be mindful. And if you want to know why, this is very important. Um Good old AI. So I had to do my research and everything. There's 5 things you need to know about NVIDIA stock, okay? So the first one is sorry, I like to do these banners. They're so cool. Reaching new heights thanks to AI. So their profit from AI is right now, the AI market hit a value of $137 billion in 2022, and projected to expand a compound annual rate of 37% until at least 2030. So, I mean, AI's taking over everything. I'm gonna have an episode about I'm gonna have an episode once I've dabbled into it, but I haven't yet. Um, so sorry. The main thing is NVIDIA. Sorry. Um, how do I get this? So sorry. NVIDIA is a chip. Is a chip maker. Um, or a semiconductor. Sorry, let me say the right word. Semiconductor, right? Whether it's your phone, your computer, your laptop, they're part of that. Video games, so they're a part of that. So when I kid you not, when I got introduced to semiconductor, and I was like, well, I know AMD, I know Intel. I see AMD is doing a little bit better. All right, I'm going AMD, even though it didn't have dividends. Fair. I if it was If it wasn't for like it being a growth stock, I probably would have got Intel because it has dividends. But NVIDIA has dividends, but it wasn't that much at that time. So and I mean the dividends is pinched, so I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about AMD is like NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, or the and Taiwan something is the next one, right? So these it's a no-brainer that everyone has a phone, everyone has electronic. I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon. Absolutely. Like, and I legit now only buy like my laptop, I only buy if I see AMD. So like when you see the label on your computer or your laptop, I make sure I pick AMD because I'm part owner of the stock. So I'm like, boom. See, so that's something when I talk about buy what you know or buy what you understand. So with them having AI, that is actually one of the reasons why they did so well. And they're I was reading it before. They had great their earnings was bomb diggity. They literally went up so much in that 1 week. I was like, damn. So that's one reason. And next, I don't want to put the, it's fine. A lucrative role in video games, like I said, semiconductor. Um, is it's so it's now a data center first company, but long before its expansion in markets like AI and cloud computing, the chip maker's highest earnings segment was gaming. So big up the Koreans or the gamers and stuff. I don't know why I said Koreans because I know when I was in Korea, there's like what's it called? Oh, I forgot the place. Something bong, computer bong, something like that. Sorry, don't cancel me, please. But gaming, big up the gamers, big up the gamers. This is another reason why they're doing so well. So their primary chip supplier is Nintendo, and then Sony. So it only makes sense. Boom, bam, bam. So that's something to be mindful. So this is why I had to, you gotta stay tuned, and I give you the 411 on these stuff. AI chip competition will heat up in 2024. So like I said before, there's NVIDIA, there's AMD, which is Advanced Micro Devices, and Intel. They're gearing up to challenge NVIDIA in AI. And shucks, even Amazon and Microsoft want some of this smoke. So I'm saying be mindful of those stocks or companies and be mindful of Nvidia. Especially when you see the competition come in, the price will drop. But again. Okay? Okay. Okay. So I just want y'all to be very mindful about how AI is going to take over certain things, and you want to listen to see which companies are going to be on that wave. But there's you know what? There's certain industries or certain waves that happen, and some of them just flop. There's the weed trend, and there's the EV trend, and I haven't seen anything as of late for those, right? Uh, so I have to delete some first. And then number 4 is developing chips for China. U.S. has introduced new restrictions on export of high-powered chips to China alongside growing tensions between the two countries. The clampdown has made NVIDIA investors slightly uneasy because sales to China make up about 20%. So, this is something to be aware about. And then also, look upon the other ones. Look at the competitors of them, right? So I just want to do this to keep y'all mindful. This one, I'm not going to address it too much. But A stellar stock growth is projected over the next 5 years. Hey, so ha this so there's a chart that it shows the potential of it, and this is what I heard also on Market Mondays. I'm not trying to steal any content from them. I'm just giving y'all the 411. There's a high possibility that the stock will go to 1,080. Okay? 1,080. Let me show y'all again so y'all understand what I'm talking about. See it there? This is today. This is it's almost gonna go up at 4%. But if you are really concerned about like, oh my gosh, Cam, this is too friggin' expensive. I totally understand. Trust me. But these are there's four others that are ideal. Sorry. Ah! If anyone knows me, y'all know this is my boo. Mm. Yes, AMD, come true, come true. You see that with the 5%? My gosh. And see, yo, it's a no-brainer. But, however, due diligence, due diligence. I really would say, but if you're really concerned about these stuff and you're like, Cam, I cannot afford $200. That is fine. That is fine. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. This is USD, but if you wanted the Canadian version, I think it's this one. I think it is. You're probably wondering why I decided to pick the American one over the. I will tell you a reason. Hold on. I want to make sure it's correct. Mm-mm-mm. Oop. Just making sure it's correct. So, yeah. So 60 US, if you look at the exchange rate, 60 US is $81 Canadian. I thought it made more sense to get the one in the US and things because Questrade and Interactive Brokers, I can have both Canadian and American. So I was just like, well, I feel like this is a smarter choice. But that's just me. Remember, gosh, due diligence. Do your due diligence. So I would say, sorry, I want to show you this again. So honestly, whether you want to pick S&P 500, whether you want to get AMD or NVIDIA, if you got that big pockets, then by all means. But I would say do your due diligence, research. Don't be me, where I saw the opportunity. I literally saw the opportunity. I was like, yo, let me get this. But at the same time, hindsight 2020, and just do better for the next time. I'm not saying there's other stocks that I have that haven't been amazing, but this one in my portfolio would have been lovely. So what I'm thinking is because I have NVIDIA, sorry, Interactive Brokers, I'm going to get fractional shares because I can't do 800. That's crazy. But I'm gonna wait for it to pull back. I'm gonna have it in my watch list so I can see when it pulls back, and then just get fractional shares. I kid you not. Questrade. If you had fractional shares, I would have never. Well, that's a lie because I do futures. But if Questrade had fractional shares like Simple and Interactive Brokers does, I would have been sticking with Questrade for most of the time. But here we are. But yeah, I really wanted to have a discussion about stocks. I feel like I haven't talked about stocks. I'm not going to show you guys my portfolio, but I think overall, I'm not going to look at my risky portfolio. I already know that one. It's mm-mm, I could tell y'all I got burned and I learned my lesson, but with Quest Trade, which is my long term, and that's one important thing. There's a time when you're an investor, and there's a time when you're a trader. Um, as in trading, right? I really want folks that are brand new into this game to be aware that stick to long term, stick to getting dividends, stick to long term. You don't jump, don't jump the gun, don't jump those things. What? Okay, so sorry, I just looked at my. So I'm looking at one of my portfolios. So I have a couple, but even though things are like rocky, I know eventually this will be okay and stuff. Like my portfolio overall, and I'm not gonna show it to y'all. Don't be in my pockets. It's gone up 33% overall for how long I've had it. And I've taken money out. If I didn't take money out, it would have been more, but it's all good. I ain't complaining today. Yeah, I'm happy. I am happy with this. This is all counts, so that's good. But um, golly, I am happy with this. I know that it's going to get better in time. And when it comes to stocks, here, let me give you guys 5 tips when you learning comes to investing. It. I just want to make sure they're the correct things. Oh, of course. Make a goal, obviously. Long term, long term, long term, long term, long term. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll do the investors for you newcomers, you beginners, because I don't want the beginners to be like, oh my gosh, you've been doing this for so long. Obviously, you're gonna be amazing. I wasn't amazing at it all that time. Actually, the first rule is get the habit of saving. Have a habit of saving, then you'll be able to have a habit of investing. And that being said, I'm gonna show y'all my savings challenge. Actually, yeah, I want to show you that. Let me show y'all that. I want to know who's gonna join this challenge. Challenge. Actually, yeah, put it in the chat if you're gonna do this challenge. Because I think it would be amazing. Oh, I didn't want to do that. How do you do this? Stop screen. Boom. Mm, 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 mm. So we're what, week 8? So pew, pew. Yeah, we're in week 8. I feel like it's week 8 or 9. This is one challenge that I have that y'all could do. If you want to do this challenge, message me and say I want to join the challenge, the savings challenge to save 2,500 in 52 weeks, so for a year, right? I think it's very important. You have to have an emergency fund. You have to have a safety net. So definitely do that. But first things first is have a habit of saving so you can invest it into graduate into investing, right? So it says the first tip is bucket your savings. It says first bucket is your emergency fund. Boom, bum, bum. I think do it both at the same time. Automate your investments. So whether it's bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you're able to just, I'm not gonna see that money for a good while, unless it's your TFSA. That's a different story, but that's not what we're trying to do. Long-term type of things. Number 3 is diversify your investments. Yes. I think I've told you guys this so many times. I only thought of like stocks. There's ETFs, there's stocks, there are GICs. Especially right now, the GICs look sweet up. There's bonds, there's crypto. I know someone's gonna be like, talk about crypto, Cam. Okay. There's crypto, there's forex, but remember when it comes to all this shit that you want to try and things, sorry, due diligence. Make sure you do your research and due diligence, right? Or if you actually want to learn more about it, oh my gosh, oh, what do you know? I'm a personal finance trainer, so I can help you with all this stuff, right? To figure this out. So diversify your investments and keep fees low. Yeah, I say this is what I always say. Can't, if you don't have time to do it yourself, then have someone educate and do it for you, but you're going to pay a fee to do that, right? Um, Simple as that. I don't think I have to explain anymore. And don't be afraid to ask for advice. Boom, bam, bam. But also respect people's professions. Don't ask for a lot of, like, if you're gonna ask for advice, take the time to invest in that to be able to, educate yourself, or to watch other YouTube channels, or to read a book and all that great stuff. But I'm gonna head out. It's been a day. It's been a month already, and the month is only the month has already began. But nah, for reals. I'm so excited for today's event because the premiere. I can't wait to show y'all and explain it to y'all after. But until next time, folks. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Oh, and all that great stuff, okay? Until next time, folks. Peace and love and harmony.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free.